In this video, the emission section of the standard surface shader will be discussed. Let's create a new standard surface shader and assign it to this neon sign geometry. Open up its network and run the IPR. Emission allows you to emit light from your shader. Now let me increase the weight to 1, and as you can see, we are emitting light from our geometry. The color parameter allows you to set the color of the emitted lights. Let me choose this maybe blue color with the RGB values of 0, 221, and 255. We have weight, which is the amount of the emitted light. If I zero it out, there would be no emitted light, and if I increase it, we emit more light. Let's set the weight to 3 for now. Also, you can use textures to control the emission, both weight and color. Let me increase my base weight to 1 and change the base color to this dark gray with the RGB values of around 75. Add an image node and load this BW27 and set it as the beauty shader. The geometry doesn't have proper UVs, so we can use a triplanar node, which allows us to quickly map a texture without using UV mapping. So it basically projects the image from all the 6 sides. So let's connect the image to a triplanar node and connect the triplanar instead to the beauty port. Now we can see the map sits quite nicely on the geometry. We can increase the scale in the triplanar to about 3 in all dimensions to get a smaller projection of our texture, or you can see you can offset the texture or rotate it. As you can see now, the image has been projected from all the sides and we get this nice and seamless projection of our map. We talk about triplanar later on, but as you can see, it can be very useful if you don't have nice and proper UVs on your geometries. I'm gonna set the scale back to 1 for now and connect the triplanar to the emission weight and set the standard surface as the beauty shader. As you can see, where the texture is white, we get the light emitted, and where it is black, there would be no emission, and therefore we see our base layer. As our texture values are from 0 to 1, we can use a range node after the texture to control its range and therefore the emission weight. So add a range node after the texture or after the triplanar. And increase the range from 0 to 1 to 0 to 3 if you want to have 3 times more powerful emission. That's cool. Now we have a stronger emission where the texture is white because we increased the range values of the texture. We talked about the differences between using this method versus using mesh light or mesh light tag. In the lighting section of the course, you can check that lesson if you want that information. So in this video, we discussed the emission section of the standard surface shader. See you in the next one.